I absolutely love it when Jimmy gets hot. And I love
Chris, watch yourself.
the context that CBS gave, because I'm not going to lie to anybody here. All right. My love for the NFL cools a little bit as my Colts are not involved, right? And as the Bears are not involved, right? I'm definitely checking in, making sure I know what happens. But we got the football handicapper here. He breaks the games down. That's not my mission as the Morgan You Know host. So I didn't have to watch that whole game. I tuned in later as the snow was already there. So I thought that that's what it looked like the whole game. But luckily, I tuned in right for the time that CBS did kind of a time-lapse breakdown of what the game looked like in the first quarter and then the second quarter. I was amazed that at some point in the fourth quarter, there still wasn't any snow on the ground. And then all of a sudden, it was complete whiteout, nasty conditions. So somebody needs to make the argument that teams now need to add a meteorologist to their staff, right? Because that's what everybody does, right? They second guess and they just make up new rules and they just make up new positions that are supposed to be created when mistakes are made. So, Chris, I'm waiting for the first podcaster to come on and say we need weathermen on football staffs.
Oh no! You want to talk about throwing your money away? All right, as someone who has specifically had people pay extra money to get the VIP version of weather apps to get minute by minute, hour by hour, I can have 3 different weather apps telling me 3 different things of 3 different temperatures, all for the same zip code. A weatherman is the only person in the world that I know of that can be wrong 50% of the time and still be considered good at their job. If you're wanting to throw money away, hire a meteorologist. Otherwise, just stick your arm out the window. You have just as good of a chance there.
Is it baseball still? Like, can't you be bad at hitting 50% of the time and still be considered a great baseball player? Like, can't you be bad like 70% of the time and still be a great hitter in baseball? Isn't it like 85% of the time now with strikeouts? Isn't that how it works?
It's much easier to become a meteorologist or a weatherman than it is a baseball player.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to baseball anymore. So you got me all sidetracked, Chris. That was a great line about meteorologists, though. Shout out and sorry to any meteorologists that listen to this podcast. We hope that you still continue to stay with us. And Chris's views on meteorologists don't necessarily reflect the views of the entire rest of the podcast. I don't have too much more to say about the NFC or AFC championship game. The Super Bowl isn't played this weekend. It's played next weekend. We're going to come back next week. So I think we have a lot of time to still talk about the Super Bowl. But Williams, do you have any little early pre-nuggets you want to give out to the people? Anything that they should be looking at this week ahead of the game that they can't do next week?
Yeah, there's some notes here. Since 2004, underdogs are 15-7 against the spread. If you didn't know, Seattle's favored by about 4.5 or 5 opening line against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Underdogs have covered 5 straight, which is the longest streak in Super Bowl history. And underdogs have also won 3 in a row outright. So that's interesting. And since 2002, when the line is 3 or more, dogs are 13-4 against the spread. So all those stats right there would point you towards New England. But how about this? The last time 2 teams made the Super Bowl that both didn't make the playoffs the previous year was in 2003. Side note, I predicted that Super Bowl. That's the only Super Bowl I've ever predicted preseason, the Patriots versus the Carolina Panthers. Too bad there wasn't access to DraftKings back in 2003. Now, the last 2 seasons, you've had 10 quarterbacks under the age of 25 face Mike McDonald. They are 1-9 with 7 touchdowns and 12 picks. Also 30 total sacks taken. We've seen Drake May have a little fumble issues when getting pressured here. So that's a point towards Seattle.